Okay, we are gonna make this video work. My hair is already getting poofy. I don't know what's happening on this side, but that's okay. Hey guys, so I am back finally with another video. I was actually out traveling in the States for about a month, and now I'm back in the good old Philippines, and I wanted to share some products that I am absolutely loving right now. Some I've been using for about a year or a little bit more, and then some are other products that I actually picked up while I was in the States, and I've been wearing them throughout our road trips, throughout our 19-hour legs of just driving. And then I've also been using these same products while I've been here back in the Philippines, and obviously with the humidity and just the heat, these products have actually been holding up my face in place and my makeup, even though in the inside I'm sweating profusely. I hope you guys enjoy this little video. I am not too much of a makeup guru, let me just put that out there, but I'm excited to share with you guys what I picked up and what I got and what I've been using for the past month and a half. So let's get started. So I'm basically just going to go step by step of my actual makeup routine. I don't do this every single day. I'm all into the whole beat face. It's become very impractical to do in the Philippines, and actually I've been in Calibo for about a week now. Or I'm sorry, I've been in Calibo for a few days now, and I've actually been very au natural. This is the first time I've had a full face on, and it's because I'm filming 2 videos today. Let me get this together. So one thing you should know about me is that before I actually really buy a product, I look into it. I usually go on makeupalley.com and I watch YouTube reviews, and I get all the reviews I can because I have combination oily skin and I have really sensitive skin too, so I have a lot going on. I looked online, I looked at reviews on great primers for really oily skin and sensitive skin, and I came across Becca, and this is the Ever Matte Poreless Priming Perfector, and I have been loving this because you only take a pea size of this product and then you rub it in your fingers, and I typically just put it around my T-zone, and if I have some left over I put it throughout the rest of my face. But I have been using this whenever I know I'm just going to have a full day out and I'm just going to have my makeup on the whole entire day. So that's when I use this. And I've noticed that at the end of the day my makeup is still in place, and throughout the day I'm not as oily, my face and my foundation hasn't oxidated as much, and everything pretty much stays in place. So this has been one of my favorite. It's a bit more on the high end, but I think it's definitely worth it, especially if you have really oily skin like me. So the next product is actually my foundation, and this has been years of trying to find the best foundation for my skin type, and I came across Estée Lauder's Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. I am in the shade 3W2 Cashew. I actually became lighter coming back to the Philippines than when I was living out in California. I don't know what happened, but this has been my, what do you call it? What do the YouTube people call it? My holy grail. I would wear this actually every day out in California because it literally stayed in place. It stays true to its name, it stays in place. And I knew that going to the Philippines, this would be the ultimate test. Like, would this really stay in place? Because if it can stay in place in the Philippines, it can stay in place anywhere. And I've worn this throughout the whole entire day while I was here, and it stays. It really does stay true to its name. Yes, it might feel a little bit cakey, it might feel a little bit, you know, that you got the beat face going on, but that's what I go for anyways, because like I said, I have very sensitive skin, so I have past scars, past blemishes that I am just trying to cover up and forgive its warts in. So the first 2 products have been high-end, and I promise I'm usually not the one to buy high-end products. So to make it more practical, I wanted to try and find a more affordable drugstore foundation. And so I did my thing. I looked on makeupalley.com and all the reviews, and I picked up L'Oreal Infallible Pro Mattes foundation. It is 24-hour foundation. And I am in the shade 107 Beige. I was a little iffy on this because nothing can really compare to the Estée Lauder, but when I tried this, it was actually pretty good, and for like $8-9 it wasn't bad at all. So I got this, I believe, from Ulta, and I would wear this during our road trips, and it actually stayed in place for about 8 to 9 hours until it started oxidating and you could see, you know, some of the foundation build up. But for the most part, for its price, like, it's not bad at all. Okay, so look at this. Another product I picked up and did some research on was a concealer, and before I was using Almay's concealer. I forgot what it was specifically called, but I was looking for more of a full coverage concealer, and I was looking online, and I loved the way that the Tarte's Shape Tape looked. You can just tell that bad boy is like full coverage. But again, I needed something a bit more affordable, and I found Makeup Revolution London's Conceal and Define Concealer, and I am in the shade C2. Actually, this is a bit light for me. I would go a shade darker, but this has been really great under the under eyes and just brightening it up over here. Can you see this? There we go. There we go. So this concealer has been giving me all the coverage that I want and need, and it is, I think, about only $6 or $7. So to set everything in place, I have been using this loose face powder for over a year now. Coty Airspun loose face powder, and I think I got this at Walmart, but it's a huge package of just powder, of loose powder. And this has, I mean, I still have quite a long way to go in this. And I usually get the one in translucent, but I use this to pack my concealer under my eyes, and then I just use it throughout my whole face with my powder brush. The next new-ish product that I got while I was over there too is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I remember using a Physician Formula's bronzer when I was in high school, and it made me break out. It might be because I got it from Big Lots, I don't know. But I got this from Meyer, and I am in the shade Deep Bronze, and they have a pretty nice selection of bronzers. It's not huge or anything, but I like this one. I mean, I got it on the first try, which is always nice. And this, everyone was right when they said it smells like coconuts and just like the island, because it smells so good. And this actually hasn't made me break out. I was using just Ulta's bronzer before this, and it was making me break out a little bit, so I needed to find another bronzer, and this has been another holy grail for me. And each time I open it, it just smells like I'm about to put coconut on my face and eat a coconut. So when it comes to blush, I actually looked into what the Philippines has to offer, and I found the brand Human Nature, and they're really big on using natural ingredients and being organic and all of that, which is perfect for someone who has sensitive skin. And I saw the Perfect Glow Mineral Blush in Pink Bloom, and this stuff is really affordable too. I think this was like 245 pesos, which is about $5-6, I think. I mean, I've hit pan in this one too. Look how nasty that is. But I love it, and I used this while I was it looks dark, but it gives a really subtle flushed pink. And I just put it right here. I used to put my blush right here, and I looked like a clown, but now I just put it right above my bronzer right here. and I really like this brand. It hasn't been making me break out. And this was actually $2.95, so that's actually about, yeah, $7. The packaging's really cute. It's mine's a little worn out and beat up, but it's so tropical. I love it. More towards the eye area. I actually don't use eyeliner. I actually use dark brown eyeshadow here with a really thin and small eyeshadow brush. And to set my eyeshadow in place, my eyeshadow or my eyeliner in place, I use Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion, which I've been using for years, probably even past their expiration date, but I just kept using it. But I love this stuff. It has just kept my eyeshadow, even when I do, you know, some stuff here. It's really kept it in place throughout, you know, a whole evening or throughout the whole day. Another product that I've been using for a little over a year now is Anastasia's Dipbrow Pomade, and I right now I'm using ash brown, but when I went to the States I picked up I think medium brown because I need it a little darker. But I have hit pan with this so far. It's almost done, so like, look at that. But I actually used to use the powder ones, but when I went to the Philippines, the sweat would just like sweat it off. So I tried using the pomade, and it has helped a lot more, and it's just been a lot more resilient to the sweat and the heat and everything going on up here. I know this is nothing new to the YouTube world, and it definitely took a lot of practice for me to use a pomade and to get my eyebrows looking like this. And I think it's waterproof, right? Yep, waterproof. I restocked, I guess you can say, on my favorite mascara, which is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's this one. This is another holy grail that I've been using since college. And then if you wanted to know what eyeshadow palette I've been using, this is nothing new. I've been using this forever. I actually got it for my birthday, for my 24th birthday, so I don't know if I should be using this still, but it's the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics palette. And you might be able to tell which one I use for my eyeliner or eyeshadow, and it's this one that's been beat up a little bit, and it is called Lethal. That is pretty much all the products that I use for my face. Half of them are high-end, half of them are drugstore brand. I used to only wear drugstore, and I found that because of my skin type and everything that goes on up here, it's good to invest in some products that are a bit higher end so that your face isn't just freaking out. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Actually this is like my second makeup beauty video that I've ever done. The first one is a little embarrassing, and we won't go there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you later. Bye!